Namaste, my beautiful beings of light. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanette and I am a high vibrational being. I'm back with a message for the Most High. And for those who are new, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you resonate with my messages. My returning subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for your love, your support, your likes. Please get those likes up, okay? You know, you watch my channel, energy, you know. It's not right that you're taking somebody's energy and not even liking the video, okay? If you don't like it, then don't watch me. But God sees everybody, you know. He sees your intentions. And when you put out energy, that energy is returned back to you tenfold. Whether it's liked or not liked. But subscribe to my channel, you know. This work is it comes from a space of love, okay? And these messages are needed to get out there because people need to know what is going on in the collective and the energy of what is happening in the world and the truth. Basically, I speak from a space of the Most High, which is the Creator, Christ conscience. That's what I'm connected to. Since I am a healed being, I have healed myself. I am no longer connected to the matrix. I freed myself, so I'm very thankful. And I am here to help the collective do the same. I want to say I love you. I thank you all. And I don't do personal readings. My spiritual guidance sessions, I will start putting the information back on my description box. But if you don't see it in the in my new videos, they'll be in the old videos with the new email. And I do have a PO box. Yeah, God is trying to straighten out my mail because they have been hacking my mail, my emails, all that. Okay, so I just go with the flow. I just go with the flow, and if something is intended for me to receive, I will receive it. At the moment, I do not go against God's will, and I am a being who is a starseed, a truth teller, a seer, and every day my gifts are getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And I'm very thankful. It's been, the energy has been a lot. I see a lot of dark energies. I see a lot of people being spaced out, very spaced, not even on this planet. They're not here, and basically their souls have been taken over. And it's a little, I mean, it's sad to see because they're not conscious. These beings are not conscious of what is happening in their vessel. Basically. They're not conscious. And I see it in women a lot. And I see it in men. It's like, anyway, I just, we're in a very, very big spiritual war. But I don't let that get to me. I am here to help, I will be balanced, and I am balanced, and I am always cleansing my energy. I am always meditating, so I'm always grounding, grounding, grounding. And the best place I find that I ground is by the trees, to be honest with you. My trees is my place of grounding energy. Lately, I've been grounding a lot by the trees and releasing, and somebody's very emotional. That I pick up people who are really crying, really, how you say it, regretting and regret. A lot of people are in regret for things that they have done. They don't have the courage to speak up because they allow fear to take over their beings. Fear is nothing but an illusion, to be honest. It's nothing but an illusion. When you stand up for something that you believe in, who is going to, there's people that's going to, yes, they're going to try to do their own opinions and say their own beliefs or whatever. But as long as you stand in your truth and what you believe in and what you stand for, nobody should ever take that power over you. Nobody. I would never allow anyone to take the love, the faith that I have in the Most High from me. That's me giving them my power away. And I will not ever do that. Ever, 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 ever. I vow to always keep myself in alignment with the Most High, as it is above and so is below. Mother Gaia has been helping so much. Mother Gaia has been cleansing, healing. She has been releasing, and the water, the air. If you are in connection with the elements, you know that nature does help heal you. Mentally, it does. You have to learn how to breathe. You have to learn how to stay still. You have to learn how to go within and listen to your inner voice. Hold on one second. I was guided by spirits, my ancestors, because I am very connected to the Orishas, and those who have done any kind of magic with the Orishas, you know, it backfired. Okay, you went to Cuba, it backfired. You met with people in Africa, Nigeria, it all backfired. Okay, so any hoodoo, any voodoo, any magic, any spells, anything that is not for the highest good of myself or my collective that is here, who are receiving and are in alignment with spirit and are learning about their lessons, they are very protected. So, but I have several books on the Orishas. I'm currently, I did read on Yemaya. Yemaya, I'm very connected to Yemaya. It's can I just say that I am connected to God? I am a divine being of the Most High. But these spirits that are here, that came here, Ganesh, Lord Shiva, Buddha, the Egyptians, they are all entities that took on the energy of the Creator. Loving beings. Do we worship like we worship God? No. No. There are God's helpers. They're here to help the collective. They're your ancestors. They have been here before. They have reached enlightenment. They have reached that space of creating and receiving and abundance. But all this is hidden. All this is hidden because they don't want you to know the truth. And when I say they, I'm saying people that want to be in control and power, politicians who uses these deities for darkness, okay? Who put spells on the collective, okay? Who have manipulated the weather through magic, okay? Through sacrificing, through offerings of babies, sex magics, group magics. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. And I continue to research and I continue to learn, and I'm continuing to expand to my knowledge and not be closed up to things that is really happening and has happened to the collective and to our ancestors. They slaved our ancestors. They took their golds, their treasures, their lands, they took everything and made them out to be people of not worthy. But then yet they use their spiritual divinations for their negative agenda. This has been going on. In music, they use it. In movies, they use it. In everything that you can imagine. In foods, they put it in food. They put it in our food to mind control, medications. The spells that they put on TV on the children. The vulnerable. It is said here that Yemaya is depicted in Cuba, Santeria, as an example of how a queen should act. She is majestic, not snobbish, exquisitely attired yet not gaudy, strong yet not strident, and she lovingly takes maternal care of all the children. Yemaya's dignified demeanor, the motherly warmth, gives comfort and solace to all Santeria practitioners. Her place as a queen in her own right makes her one of the most important members of Santeria celestial court. Hold on, the characteristics of Yemaya and her children. Yemaya feast day in Cuba is celebrated September 7th, or in some lineages September 12th. Her color is blue, her number is 7. Yemaya is synchronized in Cuba with Our Lady of Regla. Although I've read non-Cuban writers translating as this is Our Lady of Rules, going as far as to say that the reason this Catholic image was chosen by Santeros to represent the Orisha is because Yemaya loves and rules order. This is no nonsense. Baba Adekun explains the origin of Our Lady Regla and her syncretisms with Yemaya in Oregon. Original publications, The Magic and the Power of Saints. The original statue of this evocation of the Virgin was sculpted in Africa according to the legend of 4th century CE. With the masonry that housed the statue was attacked, the monks fled with the statue to Spain. Around 1330, an apparition of the Virgin appeared to an Augustine monk in Leon, Spain. Reportedly, she told him where the statue had been buried, indicating its position with a ball of fire, and the cathedral must be erected there. The monk allegedly dug up the statue. The statue was then housed in the church around 1735. The people of Puna, Spain chose Our Lady of Rules as their patroness, and miracles began to attribute to her. It is important to note that she always has been depicted as a black woman. The origin statue resembles an African deity from Benin or Yoruban land, where her icons traveled to Cuba. She became identified as the Great Orisha Yemaya. There is an amusing story about the priest in Cuba whose church enjoyed sudden popularity with a statue of La Regla was installed. It is said that the priest initially attributed the sudden influx of practitioners to his preaching. Imagine his shock when he discovered that Yoruba religion practitioners have placed African textiles associated with Yemaya under the Madonna's Catholic robe. The congregation had come to venerate Yemaya. Strong-willed, independent women are often daughters of Yemaya. Children of Yemaya tend to be nurturing and selfless, yet also haughty and a regal bearing. They hold grudges. Children of Yemaya love luxury and can be overly observant and hierarchical structure. In my 1992 work, Walking with the Night in the African World of Santeria, Rochester, VT, Inner Traditions International, since named Cuban Santeria, Walking with the Night, 1999, I dedicated a whole chapter to the position that Santeria is fast becoming a world religion, a reality joyfully celebrated by many Santeros, beaten down by many years of mistreatment of their hands of so-called mainstream religions. But not by me. Every time pop culture gets its hands on indigenous practice, it turns into a fiast hybrid devoid of power and full of empty decorative fluff, just like the voodoo beer that I took God just placed that can in front of me in a space where I was able to see it, and I was just, voodoo is also bad, but it's also good. So there is good and bad in everything. But what they're doing is that they're taking now the spiritual practices and turning it into money, when it should be honored. It's our ancestors, it's our traditions, it's our culture, it's our way of paying homage to the land, is paying homage to our ancestors. But yet they use it in darkness. This is why it was so, in some trepidations, that I told the affluent looking society matron getting a reading from me that the shells indicated Yemaya heard. Okay, I'm sorry. Mainstream religion, but not by me. Every time pop culture gets its hands on indigenous practice, it is turned to a flaccid hybrid devoid of power and full of empty decorative fluff. This is why it was some trepidations that I told the affluent looking society matrion getting a reading from me that the shells indicated Yemaya wanted to become a Santeria. As it turned out, there was more to Margaret than met the eyes. Yes, she was a sophisticated Manhattanite, but she had also led an unconventional and incredible, fascinating life. By the time she came for a reading in 1995 and her husband had crossed the Atlantic alone in their small craft, she was inspiration for the character played by Kathleen Turner in the movie Romancing the Stone. I gotta watch that movie. Had spent time with Hindu man god Satya Sai Baba, had helped write the famous book The G-Spot, had penned several Nancy Drew mysteries, and had been one of Guru Hilda Shalton's original student. Daughter of one of the most powerful attorneys in America, Margaret was not what one would consider a natural follower of Santeria. In fact, before her reading, she had heard of Santeria or Yamaya. In her initial reading, I divined that Yamaya was Margaret's mother, and that she was destined to become a priestess of sea goddess. Within 3 months, Margaret made Santo. Since then, she has become a powerful priestess who has helped hundreds through her practice. Identifying with the goddess has become Margaret's defining characteristics. Her case showed me that Orisha worship is truly universal, and that by limiting its scope, I was actually perpetrating the stereotypes I thought I was fighting. Margaret was demonstrated that there is no typical person who can benefit for Orisha's worship, just as there is no typical Catholic or typical Protestant. Yamaya protects people from drowning or from suffering due to torrential rains or flood. She is also the Orisha that protects the lower torso and the buttocks against illnesses and mishaps. Yamaya is also identified with female breast. Yamaya's identification with motherhood comes from the identification with the uppermost layers of the sea, where all life began. As Gary Edwards and John Mason have written, the ocean is the most fruitful of surroundings, the act of a womb for the generation of life. And she uses herbs and plants, which are majorams. Watermelon is her favorite, cilantro, watercress, lettuce, aloe vera, indigo, fern, bell peppers, lotus, violets, and verine. These are Yamaya's plants, herbs. She is a beauty. She is wise and helpful, a Shaba, and wears silver anklets. She has a hard look. She stares you down and haunt the air. In this avatar, she's married to Arunla, whom she spoke the secrets of divine with cowrie shells. She works as God's secretary. Ashaba, Yaba. These are the names. Asesu, said to be the messenger of Olofi, God himself. She is represented by turbulent water. She is allied to the dead and is known as being meticulous and slow. These are her children. Yawu, the oldest Yemaya, that one who wears the most luxurious clothes, the one who puts on 7 skirts in order to fight and defend her children. When she goes out on the town, Awuya wears alukum accessories and Oshamer, the rainbow for a crown. Akura, the Yemaya of 2 waters, river, where the river converges with the ocean. She lives in water and fresh water along with her sister Shun. She likes to dance and have fun. She is not strict at all. She will not cause harm. She heals the sick, prepares remedies, and helps women who suffer stillbirths. Kanla is the foam of the sea. Gunle, the seashore personified. Mayele lives in the forest, in a well, or a spring. She is Oshun, Aibu, Kule's sister, both of sorcerers. Mayelok is close to Ogun. Ogunte, her color is blue. She is found in the coral reefs. She is Olukun's handmaid. She is found both in fresh and salty water. In this avatar, Yemaya is married to the god of iron, Ogun. She receives offerings along with Ogun and can be fed either at sea or in the bush. So you could take an offering to Yemaya in the sea or by a bush. A warrior of manifestation. This Yemaya is a tireless worker. She wears Ogun's tools on a belt. She has the bearing of an intimidating Amazon. The mouse is her animal. She dislikes dogs. Yemaya Okunde has a villain temper, is very assaute, and holds grudges. In this role, Yemaya doesn't like to eat ducks, preferring lamb. She wears coral and mother of pearl adornments. Olodo, the owner of all rivers. Olokun, the sea, although actually a separate Orisha, many houses in Cuba considers Olokun a path of Yemaya. Yemaya is also a mermaid. She is from the sea. Owuyo is the crescent moon. Yemaya ye ele lodo. In this path, offering of land must be deposited at sea, river, or in homes. Ayubate, I don't know how to say these words, I swear. It's the mother of Shango, the Ima, an avatar of Shango. Tinabu, the rough seas, personified. There's a lot of names here. If you want to read the book, it's called Yemaya Santeria and the Seven Queens of the Seas by Baba Raul. You get the name right there. Okay, so I study my Orishas. I study my ancestors, Shango, which is also part of the Orishas. They're very powerful ancestors. They have been here since the beginning of time, and people have used their energy for the wrong. And they are very powerful, and they are God's children. Okay, God, the Creator, and they're how you say it, the use of spells, or it's all done in negative forms, some, but there's positive that, you know, these deities are able to help us because they're spiritual. They very they're in another dimension and they're able to see what, you know, we're not able to see with our with your eyes that are just 3D eyes. I see with the spiritual eyes, so I'm able to connect with these orishas. I am able to connect to my ancestors. I am able to connect to spirit. I'm able to connect to everything that is. So I do receive the messages, and I know that in everything there is bad and good. But boxing yourself into a religion is boxing yourself into something that you are just in a space that you're not expanding. And the Creator is a creator that has created everything and everyone. And He didn't make it for people to control other people. He made a world to expand, to love, to teach, to learn, and to grow with one another. And not one have more power than the other. But people took it upon themselves to do different, and everything is being revealed at this time. I just wanted to bring that energy out because we are going through this time. These are some of the deities that the dark forces are using at this time. Okay, how do I know? Because I am connected. I am, it's not hurting or harming me because those are my ancestors. They will never hurt children, their own children. Okay? They're not gonna, they wasn't here to do evil. Some of them are dark. I'm not gonna say that they're not. There is dark and light in everything. But you have to really understand, and you have to really do your research and understand what is Santeria, what is voodoo, what is hoodoo, what is magic. Who is using this? What's the purpose? Are they doing it for good or are they doing it for bad? I don't do none. I don't dip and dab in no magic. I light my candles, yes. I speak to my ancestors. I do my divinations, yes. But do I go out and do and try to get any readings against anybody's will? No. No. I don't do that. I know the spiritual law. I am a sovereign being. Nobody has any right to get any reading on me. Nobody has any right to do any magic on me. Nobody has any right to do anything without my consent. I never consent to any of the things that people have done, and you have to know who you are as God's child, and stand in your power, and do not allow these people to do this to you. This is going on. This is happening. The mind control, the MK, all this is happening. But it's ending, and people are going to see the truth of what has been going on and how they were able to control humanity. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll be back with another message. Namaste. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I have Lord Ganesh there. He is very powerful, and he is sending out this energy that everything that you guys are putting is being blocked. There's no way. And those of his that are in high vibrations are going to receive. Whatever you put out, you will receive. Namaste.
everybody I call, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, are you gonna answer the call? I didn't know I was being called either until I figured out, well, I was being initiated. So a lot of y'all have been initiated, but a lot of y'all have woken up right to the truth. A lot of y'all have been through spiritual awakenings, and they happen this because you're being called. And like if you're going through guidance talking, and 9 times out of 10 is because you speak some type of truth. You're a truth teller. That's how you know you're being called. You was called to lead, to speak some type of truth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that truth is. Some people, a lot of people could be going through that same truth, but they don't want to speak out, or they scared to speak out. But you spoke out. You are being chosen. You are being called. You know what I'm saying? To lead, to be a leader, to take control, to take action. Because a lot of people they can't take action, or they just scared. You know, for whatever reason. But you know, for me, that's what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I had a testimony, and when I gave that testimony, a lot of people going through something I could never